Oh hey, I didn't see you there. Welcome back, guys. Colin the Big Yoshi here. Today we're going to be talking about WandaVision. It's been a while since we did the Marvel Marathon, but we're back at it again. The last time we did it, we checked out Spider-Man Far From Home. And, over time, my opinions have shifted about the movie. I kind of don't like it now, but don't tell anyone I said that. It has been a full year since the Marvel movie or anything came out, and then we finally got this show. I did all the Marvel Netflix shows and everything, and I thought that was a good video, probably one of my best ones so far. And I really just wanted to get back into the Marvel mood, so I thought we would start Phase 4. As of right now, the latest Marvel property to come out is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And then Miss Marvel is coming out later this month. So I'm pretty excited for that. So we're going to definitely just go down the line, review all of them, and see what we think of all of them. But let's get started with WandaVision. Alright, so the thing about WandaVision is that when it came out, I was so excited for Marvel. I was just so hyped for anything Marvel related. Didn't matter what it was. It could have been a fucking Squirrel Girl thing, and I wouldn't have minded because I was just so excited for any Marvel content. And of course that created kind of a bias at the time, where at the time I loved the show. I said it was around top 10 Marvel properties. It's gone down a lot since then. I think we can definitely settle down with that. And it's good. I don't mind the show still. It's still a good show. I believe I put it at my number around my low 10s in my MCU ranking. But I still like it a lot, and I still think it does some things really special and definitely messes some stuff up too, but overall it was very good. So I think we're going to go by batches of episodes. I think that's how we're going to review this. So the first 3 episodes, they're pretty good. The first 2 came out around the same time, and they were pretty exciting at the time, but in retrospect, nothing happened in them. They gave hints for future stuff, which is cool, but I would rather there be more content to it instead of just sitcom stuff. And it's funny, some of the jokes are funny. The mirror thing in particular is really good, but they don't service the plot all that much. I don't think the show needed to be 9 episodes overall. I didn't mind that it was. The actors do a great job, even in the sitcom roles, but I don't know if it needed to be that long is the issue. Not a huge knock, just a little bit of a point that I wanted to make. The characters are all pretty good in the show, and like I said, the acting is good. Elizabeth Olsen is awesome, as always. Paul Bettany is good. Catherine Hahn, she's good until the later points of the show, but I'll get to that later. And I mean, that's really all of them for the first 3, but everyone they play their part well. They're funny, they can be charismatic at times. Why is this play? Oh my god, of course, when I put this in the background, it decides to play an ad. I'm not professional YouTuber here. Alright, sorry about that. So, like I said, the actors are all good. It's a very entertaining show overall. It really starts to get good in the 4th, 5th, and 6th episode, I think. Because the 4th episode was really good. It was a recap of the first 3, but it had new context added, and they introduced some new characters. The villain, Hayward, Monica Rambeau, who is a pretty likable character. They bring back Jimmy Woo, they bring back Darcy, and those characters they're fine, overall. I don't mind them. There definitely could have been a little more consistency with how some characters are treated, like the main villain, Agatha, compared to Hayward. Hayward is such a terrible villain. He has no motivation whatsoever for the things he's doing, and it's a really bad character. And Agatha, I don't really like her either, but she's definitely better used. She sneaks around the whole time. She betrays Wanda. It's pretty cool. So overall, I do like a lot of the characters that they showed off. And of course, they have the now infamous reveal of Quicksilver in the show. And at first, I guess I succumbed to my general audience brain, and that's nothing against the general audience. I just didn't think about it, or I was thinking, because at the time I hadn't really watched a lot of X-Men stuff, and I knew about Quicksilver, but I didn't really care that it wasn't the real Quicksilver. But now I'm just like, oh, Marvel, what was that? What did you do, Marvel? And I was so disappointed that they would stoop to a joke that is that bad. And that's not the only bad thing about the finale, of course. Yeah, I'm skipping around a little bit here, but I have to rant about the finale a little bit. Oh my god, the finale is pretty bad. I didn't mind it overall. I left it fairly satisfied. But there were parts of it where they decided, let's not treat Wanda like a villain, even though she was clearly the villain the entire time. And they just decided, let's not treat her like one. Like they said, you'll never know what they sacrificed. If I was in your position, I would have done the same thing. And it's like, it leads to some of these characters being a little unlikable. Wanda in particular, if they wanted to make her sympathetic, they definitely could have done that better, I think. Because really, she is the villain. She is the one that enslaves all those people. She destroys a lot of their town. She basically enslaves someone at the end, and she attacks a bunch of S.H.I.E.L.D. or sword agents or whatever. Same thing as S.H.I.E.L.D. I really think the sword stuff was a missed opportunity with this show. Could have just been a new organization instead of just S.H.I.E.L.D. again, but it's fine. I'm not too upset about it. It is just a little weird. But anyways, yeah, Wanda was the villain in the show. They really could have acknowledged that. But that's pretty much it with the negatives. This show is really good. It has a great message to move on from your past. Basically to, like, you can't be in grief forever. You have to eventually move on. The world doesn't revolve around you. They say that, and it's harsh, but it is the truth. And it makes Wanda learn that she needs to stop being the way she is. She needs to stop being so controlling and everything, and that's cool. And I know I said I wouldn't get into negatives, but I have to mention this one thing. Vision comes back at the end, so it's like the whole point was to get over Vision dying, but it's like, okay, now we have a new Vision, and it's like, okay, fine, I guess. I'm not mad. I'm just more confused because I had to have been watching the show and thought, this doesn't make sense. We should not do this way. Like, if our message was to do this, why would we include something that is the complete opposite of what we're trying to show off here? Not what I would have done personally, but it's okay, I guess. It's not really what made me mad in the show. Because it was a pretty emotional finale in general. Her saying goodbye to the Vision that she created was pretty emotional. Saying goodbye to her kids was good. I did really like some of the emotional aspects of the show. I thought Wanda going through the 5 stages of grief was really interesting. Oh, it's playing the same ad again. Awesome. The exact same ad. And I thought her grief was pretty realistic in some of the ways that she did things. Like, if there was a superhero in this much distress, they would probably become something like this. Like in Jessica Jones, when she was in extreme denial of everything that happened to her, she became kind of a mess of a person, and that's kind of what Wanda is. And that even goes into the new Doctor Strange movie, which we'll get to eventually. And Vision is good too. I like that this version, we can't tell if it's supposed to be the real one resurrected. Like, for the first couple episodes, we're not sure what this show is. Is this like a dream? Is this real? Like, what is Wanda controlling this? Agnes controlling this? Like, what is going on with the show? And the mystery aspect was one of the best parts of the show. And I like that some of the answers they gave us were not real, and some of the answers they gave us were real, and it just kept us guessing the entire season. And of course, the sitcom stuff was really accurately created. I really like how they include the laugh track. I like how they have the practical effects, like with Wanda floating things, and they have like wires attached to them. I thought that was really cool. The recreations were on point, is what I'm saying, and they did a really good job with them. I like that they had like a test audience in the first one to actually react to it. And yeah, the performances and the story, overall, they do make this show a really good watch. I did say I would get to Agatha later. I forgot to mention that, just as a last thing. I didn't like Agatha. I thought she was really... Catherine Hahn's acting went from like really good, playing the neighbor, to just really over the top. Like, I didn't think it was very good. How they were showing her, I don't know. Her performance was just weird. But overall, the show's a really good watch for anyone that missed the MCU. It makes these characters better because Wanda and Vision weren't amazing in the previous films. So I really like that this expands on them, makes them better, and it includes some new stuff for us as the Marvel fans to like talk about. And that's basically all I have for right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review of WandaVision. Next up on the list is going to be Falcon and the Winter Soldier, next on the Marvel Marathon. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. And I will see you all in the next video of the Marvel Marathon. Bye now.